day in December for
Wait,
their bowl
see,
games.
see, see, that's factually inaccurate because you're a big supporter of blue.
Not Florida blue.
Florida blue and Hampton blue are the same blue.
No,
It depends on what.
No,
Wait,
no.
time out.
Hampton
It
blue is
depends on
Hampton
what.
blue. Hampton blue is Hampton blue. Florida blue is Florida
Now-
blue. They do not
now
get them
Hampton-
misconstrued.
I will say Hampton blue changes depending on what blue they want it to be. Sometimes it's navy blue. Sometimes it's blue.
Whatever color is associated with Florida, whatever hue of blue is
Wow.
associated with Florida is the hue that I don't like. Similar to the orange.
That's just hate. That is just pure hate, which is fair.
You literally just called red trash. As you are a big supporter of red. Hence the Atlanta Falcons, Hawks, Braves,
Okay, let's also clarify. I'm not a big supporter of
Kansas City Chiefs with Jarek. Like everything is red. Welcome everybody. Welcome. You know how it is. We talking a little bit of trash. I don't even got my light on. Come on now. I'm out here in the dark. Shall let there be light.
amateur moves today.
Oh, all right. Let me let y'all know. On my first pick, I'm taking well, you know, it is Saturday morning live. It is bowl season, the best time of the year. We now get college football all the way through January every day. We get
The best time of the year. Not talking holidays.
we get NFL football all the way on Saturdays now. So we got NFL football 3 times a week, college football almost every day. We have NBA is now kicking. It is the middle of the season. If you like hockey, hockey is going on. You got Arab golf. You got everything you could possibly want.
Yeah, Reggie is a habitual line stepper. Wherever we should not be, Reggie is gonna flirt right around the line.
I was talking, no. I was talking about the Live golf tournament. That's Arab.
I know, and we know who backs that. That's a different discussion for a different day.
Well, then you don't need to watch no sports if you talk about who backs what. We've seen Jerry Jones. All right, we've seen those surface pictures as well.
No. We're not putting Liv and Jerry is Jerry, but he ain't in the same category as Liv. But I don't want the people from Liv to hear that because I enjoy my existence on this planet. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that where it is.
Get over there and get Krav Maga, Chada. You better be careful.
Next comment. Hey. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Reggie? What's up, Sam, Candace, Sabrina? Welcome to the Splashcast. Saturday morning live. Reggie is gonna get us kicked off this planet here soon and very soon.
Hey man, it's time to go anyway. We trashing this motherfucker anyway. Let's go to Mars. That's why I mean, let's just follow the rich. The rich going to space. They going to Mars. There's a reason they going.
Reggie, they are not letting me and you into space.
I ain't say let. We could stow away.
We asked too many practical questions.
I
don't know if you noticed, but we are not going to be the black representatives of Mars. That's Herschel.
Big Hirsch.
Your boy.
Big Hirsch.
You must think I'm a fool if I ain't going to Mars.
Yeah, Big Hirsch.
Let's pick these games today. This is, and I'm gonna be very upfront and honest, straightforward here. This is a warm up for the games that matter. There's not another way I can put this.
Talk about that was a suicide shot, wasn't it? That shot at yourself.
No, sometimes I want people to understand when they come watch our podcast, we're not giving you BS. We're not lying to you. We're not misleading you. And I'm not going to tell you something that I don't believe. This is a warm-up. My team's bowl game is a bowl game that does not matter. Now, I will ask that you pray for our quarterback position because in the last 3 weeks, we've lost 2 recruits.
Well, y'all just got a 5-star though. Oh no, he's class 2024. Yeah, 23 gonna be rough. Yeah, I mean, well, no. I ain't praying because the transfer portal will allow you to do whatever you want to do. There's literally 1,100 kids in the transfer portal. You can go get anybody. Go get JT Daniels.
Anybody.
Go get JT Daniels. Why not? He can throw screens.
JT Daniels, Ain't he an analyst now? You gotta be about 50 years old by now.
Nah, he just went back into the transfer portal after leaving West Virginia.
Yo, they need to start charging people when they go into the transfer portal. You need to pay $350.
They'll pay that $350. They'll pay it. That's called a buyout.
I know. All right, first game up. Cincinnati versus Louisville.
Cincinnati versus Louisville. Who y'all got? I'm going with who's winning. They're actually on right now. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati is 9-3. Louisville is 7-5. I'm gonna go with Louisville.
Me too. I'm taking Louisville all day. I think they're a better team that played a better schedule. Next up, ACC versus, I guess you could call them SEC, Wake Forest versus Missouri.
Where do you see that one at?
Oh, no, I'm not picking Rice. I'm not picking the fried potato bowl.
I don't even see Wake Forest versus Missouri.
Who are you picking in?
Wake Forest versus Missouri. So, Wake Forest versus Missouri. I mean, Wake Forest has the slow mesh. They don't have anybody sitting out because they're not good enough to have people sitting out, but neither is Missouri. Missouri actually lost their second leading receiver to the transfer portal.
This is not men's only, said. We are here at the Splashcast support women as much as we do men.
Hey, man, yeah, women know sports. Y'all come in and talk as much trash as you want. We are all inclusive. Whatever you want, we support all support. I'll take Wake Forest here.
I'm taking Wake too. I've been watching Wake all season. I like them a lot.
They should have been. They had a lot of close losses too. But I'll take Wake here. Missouri lost that receiver who actually might transfer to Georgia out of all places. Their second leading receiver.
So next, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's your favorite team's favorite team.
Oregon State versus
Florida. It is the granddaddy of them all in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. It's going to be played at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas at 2:30 on ESPN.
This is a home game for Oregon. This is a away game for y'all. This is a home game for Oregon.
It is. I am, of course, picking the Florida Gators to beat the haters. I think that we beat them handily.
You do?
I'm just going off pure confidence. That is all I have.
Gervon Dexter opted out. Vontrell Miller opted out. You had two players.
To those guys. I hope that they have wonderful, long NFL careers. I am still confidently rocking with the Gators, and I'm not hearing anything from any of you haters. That's it. Concise, to the point.
I'm going with Oregon State. Here's why.
We knew you would.
All those people are out. Plus, Las Vegas is bad luck, as you can see by the Raiders. And I don't have an affiliation with this game, so therefore luck don't have nothing to do with me. All the bad juju from Las Vegas is going to go to Florida. So I'm going to take Oregon State, who almost beat USC today. Trying to put a 6 on that?
Yes, I'm betting on Florida.
Let's the Mighty Beaver. There's a double joke right there. The Mighty Beavers.
Wow. You are childish this morning, my friend.
I am. That boy said he going back to play safety today. Yeah, because everybody else out of there.
Hey, them hips don't swivel like they used to, brother. You're going to get in there and need all the help you can get.
Oh, Washington State, Fresno State. I'm taking Washington State. I'm not picking
Rice. Yeah. No.
That's Uncle Ben's rice.
That's no longer Uncle Ben's rice. They removed Uncle Ben from the rice. Next up, let's get right to the one that matters, the Cricket Celebration Bowl. This game is at, of course, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I know a lot of people will actually be going to this game today. Jackson State versus North Carolina Central. This does put me in a very, very difficult position because I have been rocking with North Carolina Central all season. Also been rocking with Jackson State all season.
So this game has a lot of intriguing storylines. Of course, you have the whole primetime Coach Prime thing. And, Jackson State recently named wide receivers coach T.C. Taylor as their new head coach. They actually had a flurry of commits recently. But also, if you remember, before T.C. Taylor, he graduated from Jackson State, but before he went to Jackson State to be the wide receivers coach, he was the offensive coordinator where? At North Carolina Central when they won 3 straight MEAC championships. So he's the one that actually got the offensive explosion that North Carolina Central has had and installed the spread offense there at North Carolina Central. So there are a lot of storylines here. Central is for real. Jackson State, now Deion has had all the players for Jackson State that are transferring are going to stay at Jackson State and play. I'm going to take Central in the upset.
Damn it, Reggie.
I'm going to take Central in the upset. I'm going to take Central in the upset. Yep.
Me too. I was 100% taking Central. I feel like their program is probably a little bit more
what's the word?
Just just
consistent,
a little bit more consistent, copacetic. They just don't have everything else surrounding them.
Not a lot of baggage, not a lot of BS around them either.
And I think that they're still a very good football team, and I think that this is the biggest game that they've played in a very long time. And I think that this upset, oh man, this would mean everything to their program.
That would be 2 years. Oh, go ahead.
I think they have everything to gain and nothing to lose.
They don't. They have nothing to lose here. This would be disastrous for the SWAC. The SWAC is supposed to be the black SEC, as I call it. If they're the black SEC, you can't go and get beat twice by the MEAC. Remember, Jackson State was a heavy favorite last year. They got absolutely put down, beat up, out physicaled. I know that's not a word, but out physicaled by South Carolina State. Manhandle, plumber chick, Molly Wop, whatever you want to call it. Shaq Davis
That was an unneeded escalation. We could have kept it right there at manhandle, and then Reggie just set it on fire.
So we gonna take North Carolina Central here, man. And of course, we'll see Deion probably leave in the third quarter and go to Colorado. That was a direct shot, not a quick scope. That was a cannon.
That boy went John Wick on it.
There's still tickets available. You can walk up and buy tickets. There's still tickets available, man.
I wish you would have told me. I actually got thrown into a group chat. People asked me if I was going. I was like, bro, not from Houston. I will be going to the Chiefs game tomorrow, though. So there is that. Next up.
Let's get to this NFL games.
We have the unique time of year where we have Saturday pro football.
Saturday football!
These games are actually very important. 2 very important games. 3 very important games. You want to keep it 100 here. I think the lesser of the 3 we have up first, the Indianapolis Colts. I do not think that Matt Ryan will be playing against the Minnesota Vikings, who we all believe are mid but have a good record.
So you have the Fighting Jeff Saturdays versus I didn't have nothing for Kirk Cousins. The midi Kirk Cousins.
Mr. 500 himself.
So here's the thing, man. I feel like Detroit kind of exposed Minnesota a little bit.
Detroit is good. Detroit is 5-1 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, and they're averaging like 35 points a game, and they have like the number 6 defense.
And hold on, let me not mislead y'all. Matt Ryan is starting. They believe that this might be his last start. Excuse me. I don't want people to be like, "Oh,
Matt, go ahead and sign with the Falcons for the rest of the year and retire." That's what we need to do, and retire. Go ahead and retire a Falcon. But I'm gonna go Vikings, man.
A ton of money anyway.
I'm gonna go Vikings, man. The Colts are one of the biggest disappointments of the year, and they're gonna continue to be a disappointment. Jim Irsay should have his entire ownership revoked. He has totally screwed up this organization, and I don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel for them. They got a couple years of rebuild, which is insane when you had the number one offensive line, the number one defense, and the number one running back last year, and now you're going to go into a rebuild because of the owner. That is one of the most unique situations I've ever seen in my life in terms of sports.
You know what I call it? I call that he threw 2 games. Anything where you play Sam Ellinger when you're competitive instead of Matt Ryan, you're throwing games.
Gotta be.
Next up, this should be a big game. It is definitely a rivalry game, and this is Deshaun Watson's second game back. The Ravens without Lamar versus the Browns with Deshaun. It's a tricky game.
That game stinks. I don't know who to pick. It's a stinky game. Nick Chubb was supposed to be.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good game because Caleb Huntley is still gonna play good. Deshaun Watson's trying to get his footing. The Browns have been pretty subpar all season, and the Ravens are trying to, win their conference. I mean their division. So it might not necessarily be all the players who you want to see, but it's
the Browns ain't trying. The Ravens are trying to win the division. The Browns suck.
Yes, but Watson is back. This is his second game back. He's not going to keep trying to lose games either.
The Ravens' defense has been surprisingly awful.
And Mark Andrews has been disappointing. Jeez, just talk about my whole fantasy team: Jonathan Taylor with the Colts and Mark Andrews with the Ravens.
I'm gonna take Cleveland just because I don't believe in the Ravens' offense without Lamar, and I do like their backup quarterback, but I think he got hurt too.
Yeah, I think I'm taking the Browns too. I think Deshaun needs to win this game. You can't lose to the Ravens with a backup quarterback. They paid you a ton of money guaranteed. You got an NBA contract. You gotta win some games, my friend.
No, you don't. You just got to be 500, like Kirk Cousins. They paid him a bunch of guaranteed money.
Yeah, there's a complexion for protection that changes things as far as that goes. Don't you ever forget that. You think that's not a part of this. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills. We have the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. I say at the Buffalo Bills because right now there is a snowstorm. There's a projected 10 to 16 inches of snow that should be in that area. I do not think that works in the best for multiracial McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins. They are a pass-happy passing team. The snow should present a ton of options. I mean, a ton of issues. I think it's safe to say I take Buffalo.
So this is funny. So when Buffalo played Miami earlier, Buffalo couldn't deal with the elements in Miami. They were cramping, out of breath, dehydrated because of the heat in Miami they couldn't handle, and they ended up losing on when Josh Allen short threw a out route short to Isaiah McKenzie that ended up being the difference in the game. Now the roles are reversed. You are now taking Miami and taking them to Canada where they play Buffalo in a snowstorm, and it's literally like 16 inches of snow down there. You got to go with Buffalo here just because Buffalo can run the ball better than Miami can. And literally that's all you can do in this snow is run the ball. This is the Ice Bowl 21st century.
No offense, but you should put Tua on ice this game. There's no reason to play Tua other than you let anybody else hand the ball off. Protect it for a game that matters. A safer game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah. I pulled an oblique. Let whoever hand the ball off. We'll take schedule loss, just like basketball.
Yeah, because that grass and turf is gonna be rock hard.
Yeah,
pause.
Yeah, and he'd already been concussed twice early in the season. I think we need not try him right now. Next up, we finally move to the Sunday showdowns. First up, and we're not going in order. We're going in order of matters the most to us. The Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. We want to make an announcement. We want to have a moment here where y'all can all join in together and be happy with us. It's Ritter time.
Oh, it's Ritter time.
We have been asking.
It's
I have been
time.
pleading.
It's Ritter time.
And before we get to that, we're gonna take a small break here because it's still an Atlanta-based podcast.
Desmond.
Hey, Marcus Mariota.
Desmond.
As soon as you got benched, you quit. I'm not gonna tell you good luck. I'm not gonna tell you good Godspeed. You can go to hell. You are a backup quarterback. You should know you're a backup quarterback. This team has carried you all season. And at the first time that they swap you out for the rookie, you quit. Goodbye. Do never return. And let me tell you this, you damn fool. Did you not see what happened with Trey Lance? Just stick around. You may end up playing again. You fool. But you're so selfish that you immediately went on the injured reserve as soon as they benched you. Thank you for showing you who your character is. Good luck and Godspeed. Go Falcons.
It's the audacity. It's the audacity. And what did they say? It's the audacity for me. You walked away from being benched like you were good. Like you were the reason that we won all of these games. Like you weren't the person. Huh?
Like we weren't winning in spite of your terrible play, your 125 passing yards a game.
Like you weren't the person that was 1 of 20 on passes over 20 yards. You that overthrew Kyle Pitts, who is 6 foot. Do you know how difficult it is to overthrow somebody that's 6'6"? That's really, really difficult.
Yeah, he is uniquely qualified to tell you how hard that is because he did it.
He's the one against Carolina that did a barrel roll and threw the ball up in the air while doing a barrel roll. I'm sorry. That by itself is like the Sanchez butt fumble to me. That is so egregious and stupid. And then he said, well, I was just pressing. What were you pressing? You weren't pressing nothing. You were falling.
Yes,
you were awful.
He's pressing all the buttons on Madden at the same time. That's what. Boy,
I ain't never seen that. Brazilian jiu-jitsu throwing fool. And then you gonna act like you good. You gonna act like you're good. You get benched. And you'll be like, well, I'm out of here.
Mediocre. You're not even mediocre, my guy. You are below par, subpar.
Awful.
You know, they put out the ratings of quarterbacks every week. You should be at the bottom. And your lack of integrity makes you even worse.
We literally run the veer offense because you are the quarterback. We literally run the veer. The veer. We look like Georgia Southern out there. We look like Georgia Tech with Calvin Johnson, but we can't throw the ball to Calvin Johnson. You look exactly like that. Awful. You are awful, and we defended you for a few weeks. We told you that we wanted Ritter to come in and play, but we said, hey, we still gave you props when you played pretty well. Man, for you to quit, it's like I said, it's the audacity to think that you're good enough for people to care that you quit is insane for me. Bye. Peace out. I hope you retire. You go back to Las Vegas for all I care. You and Derek Carr can battle to be the best backup in the West Coast. I don't care. It is what it is.
I was going to say send him to the Commanders. I mean, anyway.
No, I take Beer Man over him. At least Beer Man can throw it to somebody.
I concur.
Ain't no way. And now that we've gotten that out the way, the Atlanta Falcons are playing the New Orleans Taints. And just to let y'all know again that they are trash. I told you I'm going to do this every week because y'all came in my DMs and told me to smoke a bag of male genitalia over and over. And I told you I want y'all to show up every damn week. Look, I'm so mad y'all got my lips ashy. I'm going to show up every damn week and tell y'all that y'all are awful. I told you, I said, don't y'all disappear. Don't y'all get quiet when y'all some trash shit after week 1. Don't y'all get quiet. I told you. Now look, all y'all New Orleans fans talking about vacation. Oh, I can't wait. Ain't there New Orleans Saints post on nobody's Twitter, Instagram, social media. They might as well go dark. I told you New Orleans was trash. We're going to beat New Orleans in there, and I hope we bring a flag, the planet, in the middle of the stadium. Y'all can have all the 28-3 jokes y'all want. I don't care. Y'all some shit. Alvin Kamara gonna be out of there. I told you Michael Thomas' leg was gonna fall off again. What happened to him? He's out of there. You're hanging Chris Olave out to dry. If I was him on my rookie year, I'd ask for a trade. Get out of there. Y'all started Jameis, Tamus and Andy Dalton, and y'all still don't have 3,000 yards passing with 3 different quarterbacks. I told y'all some shit. Tyrann Mathieu out there disappointed. How you mad that you went home? Tyrann Mathieu out there frustrated. Cam Jordan up there like, maybe I should go play for a contender. I thought this was going to be a contender. Y'all up there posting, hey, bring Sean Payton back, not knowing that Sean Payton retired to get the hell away from y'all anyway. I told y'all some trash. Let's go Falcons. I hope we beat them by 1,000. I hope Desmond Ridder sets the rookie passing record on y'all. I hope Drake London steps over everybody. I hope Caleb Huntley, Tyler Allgeier, or Algier, however you want it. We'll say Algier since we're in Louisiana. Tyler Algier. And I hope that Cordero Patterson high step all over the Taints. Y'all some shit. I told y'all some shit. DeMario Davis, you better go pray. Look, you was up there. God is God. God did. God made that record horrible. Y'all up there in last place. Y'all worse than the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers had to trade Baker Mayfield. Y'all are worse than us, and we had Marcus Mariota. Y'all are some trash. Y'all blew, matter of fact, since y'all want to say 28-3, y'all blew a game to Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Bucks, and they're terrible too. And y'all blew a 2-touchdown lead because Mark Ingram ran out of bounds with them black helmets. Y'all some trash. Y'all are stupid. I told you. I love all my family out there. I can't wait to see y'all for Christmas. But I told y'all some trash. Let's go Falcons.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when y'all told Reggie to do what he said that y'all told him to do, that stuck with him. He took that personally, just like Michael Jordan, and that is the result that you get.
Every week, I told y'all, every week I'm coming for y'all neck. Every week. Y'all some trash. Y'all horrible.
And every week he has rated you, and the Falcons have been more successful than your team. Man runs a good operation. What can I say? Up next, Eagles versus Bears.
Eagles versus Bears. Got to go Eagles, man. Eagles look like they may go 15-1, man.
And I know Eagles fans get upset when I say this. I know that they're only playing who they are playing against. Eagles are a good team, and here comes Kevin right on time. Eagles are a good team. I just don't think that they're this good. I do think that they're a good team. I don't think that they're the best team in the NFL by any stretch of the imagination. I do think that they're probably one of the top 5 or 6.
Wow, 5 or 6. I got the Eagles beating the Bears. Justin Fields is out there. He can only run the ball because the offensive line for the Bears is so bad, and the Eagles' defensive line is so good, and they're actually all getting healthy. A.J. Brown looks like he can't be guarded by anybody, making Tennessee look like the dumbest, making the firing of Tennessee's GM justified.
That is a redemption tour. That is the worst thing that can happen is you trade a guy and he goes somewhere else and look like an absolute world beater.
Top 3 receiver in the league out of the year that you trade him.
And he clearly took it personally if you watch the celebration that he did afterwards, which he was fined for. I think they hit him for like $25,000. But I think
I'd have went and paid it in Tennessee quarters. That's what I'd have done. $25,000. It's fine. Fine me and Tennessee. The dude that you drafted got hurt. So y'all went from all pro receiver to no receivers because of stupidity. It was so bad that they fired you. So,
but we said all season that Tennessee was the team that have probably already missed their window. And I'm a firm believer of that now. I think that the 2 teams in sports that I've seen that I think have missed their window are the Miami Heat and the Tennessee Titans. I think that they both have come and gone.
Hey, Derek, you familiar with our offense over here? Go ahead and force your way out, bro. Desmond Ridder going to show out for the rest of the year. You already got Kyle Pitts. We got Drake London. We're going to have a high draft pick. Hopefully we can get some type of D-line. Hey, we run with a number 2 rushing offense in the league. Derek, come on, bro. And we already got Cordero, so you ain't got to be having 400 rushes a year. We can have Cordero and Derek. Come on, Derek. Come on to Atlanta. You love Mercedes-Benz Stadium anyway. With Alabama, y'all won all them SEC championships. You familiar with the stadium? You know where the locker room's at. This is second home. Come on to Atlanta, Derrick Henry. Get out of there Get out of there. Or get out of there. That's all I can tell you, Derek. Get out of there.
Kevin, you're rude. And no, he did not have a baby. He just quit the team mid-season. Next up, Lions versus Jets.
This
Never
quietly is this will be the game of the year, game of the week.
Exactly. Never in a million years. Lions versus Jets. You'd be like, man, I'd rather cut grass and watch this. Nope. The Lions are 5-1 over their last 6. The Jets have been playing good all season. I will say that there's a caveat to this game. Jets, I believe to be new starting quarterback Mike White still hurt.
Broken ribs.
Yes, which if you watched the podcast last week, we laughed at that. He got destroyed. I don't want to say that loud because I don't want to see anybody's pain be objectified. But
man, we made that the album cover.
And we did.
That football. It was a legal hit too. Got mollywopped.
Zachary Taylor Thomas will be taking his rightful throne as quarterback of the Jets. If you haven't been paying attention, just let me remind you, the New York Jets hate their starting quarterback now. Zachary Taylor Thomas. There's not a person on the team who likes him. There's no supporters. The wide receivers have been audibly angry. They have
their second leader wide receiver requested a trade after game 2.
And he said specifically, Kevin, I'm being facetious. I think that everybody hates him. I don't think that everybody is wrong. I think that they're probably right. I think he's
game
a hateable
time,
person.
Celebration Bowl. Game time.
And that is the reason that this is such an excellent dynamic. You have Robert Saleh, who's a great young coach. Well, I'm not going to say great. He's an excellent young coach.
You better say great. The Jets are 7-4. Oh, Central.
Also, like the Jets have been playing excellent defense, and then you throw in Zachary Taylor Thomas that everybody hates, and now you don't know what this team is. Quietly, I've been telling y'all the Lions have been good all season. Jared Goff got these guys playing, looking like something. I'm going with the Lions. That also pretty surely means the Lions will lose this game because every time I pick them, they lose. But it's only right thing to do, so I'm picking the Lions.
The Lions offense.
Flew, what up?
Was good. The Lions offense and skill position players have caught up to the offensive line. The offensive line quietly has kept. The Lions have been building the offensive line for 3 years through the draft, and they are really, really good. Then they went and signed Jamal Williams, of course, to go with DeAndre Swift. Then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown. They traded T.J. Hawkinson and got better. Their defense is coming around. Jeff Okudah, who everybody said was a bust after 1 year, is now a lockdown corner out of nowhere. They play really well. They have an undrafted rookie at linebacker, Rodriguez, who is a stud. Yeah. They have playmakers. They have what's the dude? Hutchinson at D-line. They have playmakers on both sides of the ball at all 3 levels, which is very difficult to do. And they are finally meshing. Dan Campbell has been biting kneecaps and whatever else he said. I'm going with the Lions, man. I'm going with the Lions. I think the Jets. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though. I think the Jets' defense is formidable, but I'm going with the Lions. What's up, Flu?
Next up, we have the Steelers versus the Panthers. Now, this is the new Lions versus Jets. Kenny Pickett is questionable.
Boy, got another concussion. He done had 2 concussions in his first year starting quietly, and nobody has really been saying anything.
Oh, I think that they should probably invest in an offensive line if they want him to not be Andrew Luck.
And George Pickens is another rookie receiver who does not like his quarterbacks. They do not throw him the ball. Hey, George, force your way up it, dog. You know about the SEC championship game over here, too. Come on to Atlanta. We'll be formidable. We want all the people that are unhappy.
I want to clarify about what Pickens said because he said it in the game. He said we're losing and I want to win. So, yes, I want the ball. I think that anybody who's playing sports and you're not winning and you're not looking like anything, yeah, give me the ball, give me a shot. I can understand what he's saying. I don't think that he's like a team cancer or
no.
You get what you get out of Pickens. If you get a wide receiver who goes and finds a cornerback and tries to assault him, well then yeah, you got a guy who's passionate.
Mm-hmm.
And as a guy who just had his quarterback quit, I respect the passion.
How you quitting? You sorry. So I, with that being said, all of
That's
that
like the
being
woman,
said,
I'll leave you. I didn't want you.
I've been trying to break
The
up with you for a month.
The door. That's the door. Find it. Find it.
I'm gonna go Panthers here though. I'm gonna go Panthers. I think the Panthers. The J.C. Horn over the last month has been the number one cornerback in the league, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody. The defense is for real. Go ahead.
And I think the Panthers have like a little spinning thing, and they just spin and decide who plays quarterback this week. I don't know who it is.
Sam Darnold.
You said he was good, right?
Hey man, it is what it is.
No, you said he was.
Hey, don't be trying to call me out on my bad takes. Mr. Zion Williamson ain't good. Come on now, don't do it. Don't do it.
First of all,
don't do it.
Basketball take. You pulled that from way down here, and I didn't say that Zion wasn't good. I said that his weight was not sustainable. And talk to me in 5 years.
You also said he wasn't good. You did say that. Say it has receipts. Your brother, family.
I'm not getting into that.
Cowboys, Jags. See there? Cowboys, Jags.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is a do not bet.
This is a trap game.
You know that the Cowboys are going to play as good as their competition.
Trick man. We saw trick that man. Trick bag.
Very last week again when they struggled and they beat the Texans because the Texans are one of the stupidest teams in NFL history. Let me be very clear about that. Any person who's ever actually known anything about any portion of the game of football knows they should have won that game. And I believe they had to throw the game the way that they lost. That's the only way you lose that game. I think that the Cowboys come out and do what they do best and play exactly to the same level as the Jaguars, which means that this gives them a chance, the Jaguars a chance to win this game. I'm not picking. My answer is the Cowboys, but I have
you can't pick the Jaguars in this game. You can't. If you live outside of Jacksonville, unless you know something in Vegas that we don't know, then you can't pick the Jaguars in this game. But I would not be surprised if the Cowboys mess up. Because, like it or not, Trayvon Walker is a game changer for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that Cowboys offensive line has been shaky. But you got to go with the Cowboys here. I think Dak is on they're on like a 4-game they're like going on a 4-game
play it in Jacksonville, but Cowboys is a term we use here all the time. Gas station sushi. Do not trust it. Can't do it. Not now, not ever.
Chiefs, Texans.
Chiefs, Texans. I plan to go to this game, number one. Number two is the Texans. They fought hard last week, but they played incredibly stupid. I think the Chiefs probably win this by halftime. Go Jet.
Yeah, I'm looking at 28-7 at halftime, and it's a wrap after that. And then it's just gonna be a highlight reel. This is Patrick Mahomes. This is Patrick Mahomes winning the MVP game, right here.
Cardinals versus Broncos. And let me put a caveat on this. Colt McCoy will be starting for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is out for the season. I do not know who the Broncos quarterback is. Russell Wilson will also be out.
Yeah, he's out with a concussion. Concussed.
Yes.
He was unconscious.
I don't care about this game at all. The Cards they're not eliminated, but they will be soon. The Broncos are full elimination. Pick whoever the hell you want on this game, or don't pick anybody.
You know how mad and frustrated and unhappy you have to be living in Denver in the winter with all that snow and cold and thin air, and you go up there and y'all sorry, and you got to play there, and you know you're gonna lose. That's a. I feel like if you play in Denver and you sorry, that's like playing 34 games instead of 17. Like that's a rough season.
I subject my body to less air and lose. No, thank you. That's the reason Russell's like, nah, I'm done. And wait, next game, I'm like, we're gonna shut it down for the season. We're already eliminated. Me and Sierra going to Atlanta. We'll see y'all next season.
Yeah, just make sure you pay me my money.
Yep, run me my bread. Next up, you have the Patriots versus the Raiders. This is another game that I really hate.
Patriots.
I don't think that
I hate that I'm picking the Patriots.
I don't think the Patriots are very good. At some point, I can't be the only person that continuously asks the question, when is Bill Belichick going to have to win more games?
But if you listen, they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. I think they're third in the division.
Tom Brady left you and won a Super Bowl. Now the biggest success you've had is we're not terrible. You have to win more games.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Tom Brady was the piece that put them over the top, but I mean, they already had a good team. That team without Tom Brady is still better than the Patriots right now. So I mean, that's.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Belichick, you're the coach and the GM. You're the guy who picks all the players. You're the guy who game plans. You're supposed to be this evil genius. We'll get to being more evil and more genius.
Let's pause. Let's pause right here. Let me ask you a question. This is going back to college. Has there ever been a situation where Shedeur Sanders, who's playing in the Celebration Bowl for Jackson State, but has already been named the starting quarterback for the school he's transferring to before he transfers? Has that ever happened? Like, he's starting for Jackson State right now, and Deion, who is now the new coach of Colorado, has named him starting quarterback already.
I mean, well, we could get into all types of first about you being a head coach and never being an assistant coach. So that family's full of first. Ooh, this is no different. And honestly, respectfully, don't care. They're a 1-11 team. They need to win some games before I care. Patriots versus Raiders.
Patriots.
I'm picking the Patriots. I hate the Raiders. I hate everything about the Raiders. I think that they continue to just struggle because they're a bad team. I don't
Devontae. Hey, this is the theme of the show. Devontae, you unhappy athletes. The Atlanta Falcons got money. Come on to Atlanta, Devontae.
Yeah, bro, baby.
Come on to Atlanta, Devontae. This is the theme of the show.
Quarterback all in the video throwing bad passes. We gonna get you a quarterback. We got a solid running game. We have one of the better coaches in the NFL. Come on down to the A, man. We'll find a place for you, man. We can figure it out. But yeah, we're picking the Patriots. Next up, Titans versus Chargers. The Titans are a team that I've told y'all all season I think has been fading. And the Chargers somehow are getting it done because as good as even though I don't think Justin Herbert is the greatest, he's been winning. And he ain't been winning with the most. I'm taking the Chargers in this.
I take the Chargers. I agree. I take the Chargers because the Chargers getting healthy. They're getting all their receivers back. Justin Herbert threw the ball 65 yards in a diagonal across the field on the money. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league when he's confident. Their defense is still defensing. They're playing pretty well now.
Right, that's big facts.
A lot of them are getting healthy. They have playmakers on all three levels as well when healthy. I'm taking the Chargers over the Titans. Derrick Henry looks like he's running. He's getting tired. He's getting tired.
You would be too. Run 50 carries for 6 years in a row. And then, Bengals versus Buccaneers. Let's first start out with the elephant in the room. Me and Reggie will be picking this game with our hearts, but I do think that our heads are going to be in the same place. Pause if needed. I think that the Bengals beat the Buccaneers. They helped the Falcons out a lot by beating the Bucs. But overall, I think the Burrow is better. I think that this team is better. And I think the Buccaneers are in a tailspin. Let's go Bengals.
So the media has been trying to name this as like the passing of the torch game. They're trying to say that Joe Burrow is the next person that's going to be the dominant quarterback of the AFC, which is a very good pick.
Wait, hold on. How you going to – nobody remember
Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, I know. And Josh Allen. But, he beat Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen last year.
Better get you a Super Bowl before you talk to Mr. Mahomes.
But with that being said, man, I got to go with Cincinnati because if Tampa Bay loses and the Falcons win, Oh, that's how y'all feel? Y'all just gonna call me in the middle like y'all don't know that I podcast?
Yeah, nobody remembers that we have
Saturday?
a podcast every Saturday morning at 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Shameless plug. Follow, like, subscribe.
Rate, review.
Yes, we're always picking the Bengals in this game. Who they, or whatever they say. We are all black and orange today. And then this game, let me tell you, it is a dogfight here. Two excellent teams putting out two great products on a consistent basis. The New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders. That was a joke. I think that both of these teams are actually really bad teams.
Didn't they tie? Or they were about to tie?
Yes, they did tie 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think that is a culmination of this. I wonder if they can tie again, and they'll be the first teams in NFL history to tie twice. I don't care about this game at all.
I do. This has playoffs implications because right now the playoffs started this week. All 4 teams from the NFC East are in the playoffs. They got both. They would have all the wild card spots.
So wait. Before you go there, I want to address that. If you have 4 teams, of the 4 teams, what do you think the probability of them making to the Super Bowl
is? One of the teams making the Super Bowl?
Any of them. Any of those 4 teams.
If 4 teams make it to the playoffs, what is the probability of them making it to the Super Bowl? Well, I mean, we can actually do math and do 4 divided by 7 or 4 divided by 8. 7. How many teams make the playoffs? 7. 4 divided by 7. No, it's 8. It's got to be 8. I don't know. We could do the number of teams and whatever that percentage is.
Wait. No. What I'm saying is, do you think that do any of those teams make it to the Super Bowl? Now, don't engineer me out. Don't math me out. This is sports.
The Eagles are 12-1. Oh man. I said the Eagles are 12-1, man.
I gotta stay away from the Eagles because the Eagles could trick me. I just don't believe in them. I just don't. This game, I guess I have to pick the Giants. I think the Commanders are terrible.
I don't. I'm taking the Commanders. The Commanders have their receivers and Beerman Heineke are pretty good.
Hey, 6-pack?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I like that.
And I think they get Chase Young back this week. So I'm definitely going to Washington.
Chase Young, I'm not gonna call the man a bust, but I haven't seen enough to care.
He's in the same boat as Joe Burrow to me. Joe Burrow hurt, and then he came back and played well. He could do the same thing. Ooh, Central is out here. And then finally, last game of the.
This game sucks.
Who knew that the Monday night game between the defending champion Los Angeles Rams and the Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers would have no consequence? They both suck. They both are playing. This is the game to see who gets eliminated from playoff contention first. I'm going to go Green Bay.
You got to go Green Bay because you don't know who. Oh,
Baker Mayfield. Woo! Yeah. Redemption.
Is this a passing of the torch? Is this a passing of the torch over here on this side too?
Passing of the torch? You mean passing of the big lighter? What do you talk about passing of the torch? Ain't no torch. I don't. This might be a DMB. Do not bet. And what's his name is hurt? Aaron Donald.
How many more seasons does Matt Stafford have on his contract?
Enough to where they don't have any picks or anything. They have to commit. They've committed to Matt Stafford. They have to. They've committed to everybody on this team, for better or for worse.
Because if you're the Packers, are you interested in Baker Mayfield?
10-0 Central. If you're the Packers, no, because they got Jordan Love, and Jordan Love in the limited amount of time that he actually played looked really good. So, and they've been trying to get Jordan Love to play for forever. So you gotta I guess
you did use that draft pick, and that's the draft pick to piss Aaron off. You have to at least see what you got. That's fair.
So
But, hey,
I don't.
That puts too much pressure on him.
Do not bet.
What?
This a do not bet?
Nah, Packers.
Okay.
Packers. He had Aaron Rodgers. Well, let me tell you why I'm picking the Packers. Aaron Rodgers needs to beat them. It needs to be understood. Baker is the starter. 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 And I think that Aaron Rodgers needs to win this game. You can't lose to a eliminated Rams team. I'm sorry. With Baker
Why not?
Mayfield.
The Rams can lose to an eliminated Green Bay team. What you mean?
Yeah, but their starting quarterback is not playing either. Stafford's not playing.
Yeah. And you don't have Aaron Donald. And you don't have Aaron Donald. So they don't have yeah.
You can't lose to this team. You can't. So with that said, yeah, I'm picking the Packers. You guys have any other subjects, topics, or titles that need to be discussed in the realm of sports and or HBCU?
I don't. I was gonna talk about
Hawks won last night, baby.
Yeah. Trey, it's crazy how much our offense flows when Trey plays with players that don't challenge his authority.
And when you play against probably the worst defense in the NBA.
Yeah. They play no defense in Charlotte. Charlotte is a disappointment.
We had 120 points midway through the fourth quarter.
And benched everybody.
We're having a down offensive season. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
And we're missing 3 starters.
Mm-hmm.
If you give up 120 points to Trey Young and the Hawks backups, you need to reevaluate.
Let me tell you something. We started a G League role player. He wasn't even a starter in the G League. We started a G League role player.
Here's for it.
We started.
Hey, big dog, what you got going? Yeah, I'm starting for the Hawks tonight. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, they called me up from the JV squad. I'm starting 5. Wait, how you go from a role player on a G League team to a starter on the NBA team? This is every season with the Hawks. This is every season with the Hawks.
So since we're here, because I got about 20 minutes. I got about 5 minutes. Since we're here, why do we keep linking ourselves to Jay Crowder? I don't understand it. And the person, why?
Because he has better perimeter defense, which is a place where we could use some help. And he's willing to stand in the corner and just shoot threes, which is what John Collins does, and he does a better job of it. But I can't ever in my mind conceptualize getting rid of a better player for no good reason. If
you're going to trade John Collins, you might, I've said it. And the funny thing is, this person would be in this proposed 3-team trade. I would rather take Jared Vanderbilt from Utah, because Jared Vanderbilt can guard the 1 through the 4. The only thing he can't do is shoot, but he can finish at the rim. He has better handles than John Collins. If you're gonna take a step down, why take a step down? And he's the same height. Jay Crowder is 6'5". So like, I would rather have Jared Vanderbilt. We got it. We got shooters. We got 4 shooters minimum. 1, 2, 3, really 5. We could stand to not have him there. The only thing is, him and Capella just look awful playing together.
That is the issue. You can if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna play Jared Vanderbilt, the answer is play a Kung. They have the same shot profile. Yeah, they have the same shot profile. They're gonna have to stand in the same space to score. At least Okongwu he's more and more willing to shoot that like free throw range jump shot every game. He's like, oh, I'm gonna stand here and nobody's gonna walk out here. And now he makes about.
And what I don't understand is why Nate doesn't put John Collins there.
Because there's a difference. When John shoots that shot, somebody steps over there and gets in the way. But John can still make the shot. That is the frustrating part. Okongwu, he stands there wide open. They're like, shoot it. And he shoots it.
Yeah. He just takes the shot. But all right, man. With that being said, we have come to the end of Saturday Morning Live, people. We appreciate y'all for tuning in again. Remember to like, subscribe, rate, review us on all your digital streaming platforms, including YouTube. Go to YouTube and like our videos, man. We try to post our videos. We know our episodes are long if you don't come for the live, but we do break down a lot of our conversations. Our Dion video got over 150 views because we were very passionate about that subject. We did the college football playoff. We had some haters from Michigan that were telling us that a whole bunch of stuff. And the thing is, just like them New Orleans Saints fans that told me is what they told me, he said similar things to us. And I'm not going to respond to him until after the college football playoff. But if it happens, and I'm going to invite him on the show. You can be on the show, bro. But anyways, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We appreciate everybody that comes every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and listens to us. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for listening to us wherever you get your DSPs. We got a lot coming into 2023. We got some merch on the way. We thank you for the support. Support is free. Did I cover it all?
Yes. Always remember, man. Once again, it don't take nothing to hit the like button 1,000,000 times. We would appreciate you. And next week will be the last Saturday morning live of this year. So let's do it. Let's have some fun. And then, like Reggie said, we got some exciting things for you guys in 2023. Adios, mi amigos. It is only one thing for me and Reggie to do now. What's that, my friend? Hang out.
Hang out.